ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 5, Durvasa Muni's Lifespan. Text 1. Sukadeva Goswami said, when thus advised by the Lord Vishnu, Durvasa Muni, who was very much harassed by the Sudarshan Chakra, immediately approached Maharaj Ambrisha. Being very much aggrieved with aggrieved, the Muni fell down and clasped the king's lotus feet. Text 2. When Durvasa touched his lotus feet, Maharaj Ambrisha was very much ashamed, and when he saw Durvasa attempting to offer prayers because of mercy, he was aggrieved even more. Thus, he immediately began offering prayers to the great weapon of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text 3. Maharaj Ambrisha said, O Sudarshan Chakra, you are fire, you are the most powerful sun, and you are the moon, the master of all the illuminaries. You are the water, earth, and sky. You are the air. You are the five sense objects: sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. And you are the senses also. Text 4. O most favorite of Achyuta, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you have thousands of spokes, O Master of the material world, destroyer of all the weapons, original vision of the personality of Godhead. I offered my respectable obeisances unto you. Kindly give shelter and be auspicious to this Brahmana. Text 5. O Sudarshana Veil, you are the religious, you are the truth, you are engaging the statements, you are the sacrifice, and you are the enjoyer of the fruits and the sacrifice. You are the maintainer of the entire universe, and you are the supreme transcendental uh, hovers in the hands of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are the original vision of the Lord, and therefore you are known as Sudarshan. Everything has been created by your activities, and therefore you are all pervading. Text 6. O Sudarshana, you have a very auspicious hub, and therefore you are the upholder of all religious. You are just like an inauspicious comment for the irreligious demons. Indeed, you are the maintainer of the three worlds. You are full of transcendental effulgence. You are as quick as a mind, and you are able to work wonders. I can simply utter the word Nama, offering all obeisances unto you. Text 7. O Master of Speech, by your effulgence full of the religious principles, the darkness of the world is the dissipated, and the knowledging of the learned persons or great soul is manifested. Indeed, no one can surpass your effulgence, for all things manifested and unmanifested, gross and stable, stable, superior and the inferior are but the various forms of you that are manifested by your effulgence. Text 8. O indefatigable one, when you are sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to enter among the soldiers of the Daityas and Danavas, you stay on the battlefield and unendingly separate their arms, bellies, thighs, legs, and heads. Text 9. O protector of the universe, you are engaged by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. has his all-powerful weapons in killing the envious enemies for the benefit of our entire dynasty. Kindly favor this poor Brahmana. This will certainly be a favor for all of us. Text 10. If our family has given charity to the proper proper person, if we have performed ritualistic ceremonies and sacrifice, if we have properly carried out our occupational duties, and if we have been guided by the learned brahmanas, I wish in exchange that this brahmana be freed from the burning cursed by the Sudarshan Chakra. Text 11. If the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is one without a second, who is the receiver of all the transcendental qualities and who is the life and the soul of all living entities, is pleased with us. We wish that this Brahmana Durvasa Muni is freed from the pain of being burned. Text 12. Sukadev Goswami continued, when the king offered prayers to the Sudarshan Chakra and Lord Vishnu, because of his prayers, the Sudarshan Chakra became peaceful and stopped burning the Brahmana, known as Durvasa Muni. Text 13. Durvasa Muni, the greatly powerful mystic, was indeed satisfied when the freed from the fire of the Sudarshan Chakra. Thus he praised the qualities of Maharaj Ambrisha and offered him the highest benediction. Text 14. Durvasa Muni said, my dear king, today I have experienced the greatness of devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For although I have committed an offense, you have prayed for my good fortune. Text 15. For those who have achieved the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of the pure devotees, what is impossible to do and what is impossible to give up. Text 16. What is impossible for the servants of the Lord? By the very hearing of his holy name, one is purified. Text 17. O King, overlooking my offenses, you have saved my life. Thus I am very much obliged to you because you are so merciful. Text 18. Expecting the return of Durvasa Muni, the king had not taken his food. Therefore, when the sage returned, the king fell at his lotus feet, pleasing him in all the respects and feed him mm, sumptuously. Text 19. Thus the king respectfully received Durvasa Muni re- received Durvasa Muni, who, after eating the varieties of palatable food, was so satisfied that what great affection he requested the king to eat also, saying, please take your meal. Text 28. Durvasa Muni said, I am very much pleased with you, my dear king. At first, I thought of you are an ordinary human being and accepted your hospitality. But later, I could understand by my own intelligence that you are the most exalted devotee of the Lord. Therefore, simply by seeing you, touching your feet, and talking with you, I have been pleased and have become obliged to you. Text 21. All the all the blessed all the blessed women in the heavenly planets will continuously chanting about your spotless character at every moment, and the people of this world will also chant your glories. Yes. Text 22. Sri Sukha Goswami continued, thus being satisfied in all the respects, the great mystic yogi Durvasa took permission and left continuously, glorifying the king through the skyways. He went to the Brahmaloka, which is devoid of the mm, egoistic and dry philosophical speculators. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Venudas Prabhuji, please accept our humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Please take over the call, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Radharani Mataji, thank you very much for reading today's Bhagavatam section slokas, translations. And thank you all for joining. Thank you, Sundaranda Prabhu, for giving this opportunity. So, today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, Chapter 5, Durvasi Muni's life spared. So I'll start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnanjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachyapta Veshatarani. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. uh, I wish you all a happy Dashara. Sri Ramachandra Vijaya Mahamotsam. Sri Ramachandra Mahaprabhu ki Jai. uh, so we are in the section of Amrish Maharaj. So we heard how Amrish Maharaj fasting on Ekadasi, and he was about to break the Ekadasi vow on Dwadasi day. At that time, this great mystic yogi Durvasa Muhamuni came, and Amrish Maharaj requested him to take prasadam. So, and Durvasa Muni, we saw that he went to the river to take a bath, and then he was in meditation. He couldn't come in time, and the Dwadasi breaking time is getting over. So Amrish Maharaj took a little water to break the Ekadasi, and at the same time, uh, not it's also considered as not taking prasadam before the guest has taken the prasadam. But Durvas Mahamuni became very angry, and we saw how uh, so he chastised Amrish Maharaj, not satisfied, and then he created a fierce demon, and then wanted to kill Amrish Maharaj. But so Krishna, the Supreme Lord, who is the protector of the devotees, immediately sent the Sudarshan Chakra, and Sudarshan Chakra not only killed that fierce demon, but also pursued Durvas Mahamuni. So by the heat of that Sudarshan Chakra, Durvasa Mahamuni ran from the place. So he went to different places, but he could not get any protection. He also went to Brahmaloka and Shivaloka, everywhere, but he did not got the protection. Then we saw that he also went to Lord Narayana, and then he surrendered. But Lord Narayana mentioned that he cannot excuse a person who has offended a Vaishnava. So to be excused from such offenses, he must submit, or he must go to that Vaishnava whom he offended and beg forgiveness. So on the advice of Lord Narayana, Durvas Mahamuni came to Maharaj Ambarish, and Sudarshana also chased Amrish Maharaj and back to Durvas Muni, and now the Sudarshan Chakra and also Durvasa Mahamuni are at the place of Amrish Maharaj. And in this section, we see that Amrish Maharaj is offering prayers to Sudarshan Chakra for the welfare of this Brahmana, Durvasa Muni. So we see that there's a wonderful prayers. In the first sloka and second sloka, we see that Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning that as advised by Lord Vishnu, Durvasa Mahamuni approached Amrish Maharaj, and he fell at the lotus feet of Amrish Maharaj and begged forgiveness. And in the second sloka, we see that Durvasa Mahamuni is about to start the prayer, offer the prayers, about to offer the prayers to Amrish Maharaj. But Amrish Maharaj already seeing Durvasa Mahamuni touching his feet, so he became a little bit shy, ashamed. So, and he don't want to see Durvasa Muni offering prayers to him. So instead, before he started, Amrish Maharaj started offering prayers to Sudarshan Chakra. So this is a great instruction and example, good, very wonderful example for a sadhaka who is trying to become a devotee. So that we see that Amrish Maharaj here, he don't want to hear his own glorification. So instead he wanted to offer the glorification to Sudarshan Chakra. So that's a very wonderful. Also, we see that here Vaishnava doesn't take any offenses that has been done at his lotus feet. So, but Supreme Lord takes it very seriously. And as Lord Narayana advised, the best way to be excused from the offense that one does at the lotus feet of Vaishnava is to beg forgiveness, approach him and beg forgiveness and try not to repeat. So that's what Durvas Mahamun is doing it here. So of course we have many examples. Even in Chaitanya Charitamrita also we see that Gopal Chapla. So when he offended Srivas Thakur, Mahaprabhu became very angry. So when he approached Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu said, "Go to Srivas Thakur and beg his forgiveness. Then only he can be relieved from that offense." And due to that offense, he got leprosy that can be also gone. So based on that suggestion, Gopal Chapla also took shelter of Srivas Thakur, and Srivas Thakur, of course, he did not take it as an offense, but he forgave, and due to that, Gopal Chapla revived his health back. So that's a same advice that here also Lord Narayana gave, and there was some Muni started, followed that order. And now we see that Maharishi Ambarish is offering wonderful prayers to Sudarshan Chakra. So he's here saying that he is the most powerful sun, and also he's saying that you have thousands of spokes, and he's the destroyer of all weapons. And what he's asking Sudarshan Chakra to give the shelter and be auspicious to the Brahmana. And so most of the slokas doesn't have purports. So, and continuing that glorification Sudarshan Chakra, Amrish Maharaj is saying that you are a religion and you are the prowess in the hands of the Supreme Person of Godhead, and you are the original vision of the Supreme Lord. And that's why he is known as Sudarshana. And Prabhupada mentions in this purport that Sudarshana means auspicious vision. And from the scriptures, we hear that the Supreme Lord's auspicious vision is the cause of this material world creation. So, in the spiritual sky, at a corner, there is a Mahatvatta, the total material energy. And when Karanodaka Sai Vishnu glances on that Mahatattva, then the Mahatattva being agitated, so all the material things are appeared. So from there, this whole material world creation started. So that's why here Sudarshan Chakra is being mentioned as the original vision of the Supreme Lord. He is the cause of this cosmic creation also. And then continuing the prayers, Amrish Maharaj is praying that to the Sudarshan Chakra, offering prayers that you are very auspicious hub, and therefore you are the upholder of all religions. And also inauspicious comet for the irreligious demons. And Prabhupada mentions in the purport that Sudarshan Chakra doesn't discriminate between the very powerful personalities or a personality who doesn't have much power when punishing it. If somebody does a mistake, then Sudarshan Chakra will punish. Unlike in this material world, like you see that some powerful position leaders, if they do some mistakes, then they are not punished. But it is not like that. In the eyes of Sudarshan Chakra, everyone is same. Like whoever does mistake, they will be punished. So here we see that Durvas Mahamuni is a great mystic yogi and powerful Brahmana, but since he acted against the pure devotee Maharaj Ambaresh, so he is considered as a demonic personality at this point. That's why Sudarshan Chakra is trying to punish it. Of course, here Ambarish Maharaj is offering prayers. And also Prabhupada mentions that Sudarshan Chakra is addressed as Dharma Setava, the protector of Dharma, upholder of religion. And what is the real Dharma? Prabhupada mentions that Dharmam to Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. So whatever the laws that are given by the Supreme Lord, that is called real dharma. And that is mentioned by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajaya Mamekam Charanam Raja. That is the real dharma. So, which is the bhakti, the devotional service to the Supreme Lord. So, that's why here Sudarshan Chakra is mentioned as the upholder of all religion. And Maharaj Amarish is the truly religious person. So that's why to protect Maharaj Ambarisha, Sudarshan Chakra is ready to punish this great mystic yogi also. And also, Sudarshan Chakra mentioned as the Adharma Sila Sura Dhumaketava. So he's the inauspicious comet for irreligious demons. And in the seventh sloka, we see that Sudarshan Chakra is mentioned as by your effulgence, the darkness of the world is dissipated. And Prabhupada mentions in the purport that so without illumination, we can't see anything in this material world. And the illumination of this world emanates from the effulgence of Sudarshan Chakra. So whether the illumination that we see from the sun or moon or the fire, so everything comes from Sudarshan Chakra. Even the illumination by the knowledge, that also comes from Sudarshan Chakra. Because when you have that knowledge, through that illumination of that knowledge, we can be able to discriminate which is good, which is bad, which is inferior, which is superior. So all these things can be discriminated. So that effulgence is also coming from Sudarshan Chakra. Of course, Sudarshan Chakra is the symbol of the knowledge. And here also mentioned the 8th sloka that Sudarshan Chakra, whenever it is used by the Supreme Lord, then the task will be finished. So whatever the Supreme Lord is intending to finish the task, when it is when he releases this Sudarshan Chakra, it will be finished. It will be completed. So if it is supposed to kill the demons, then Sudarshan Chakra will kill the demons or separate their arms, bellies, thighs, legs, and heads like that. So Amrish Maharaj is glorifying that you are greatly empowered by the Supreme Lord. And then Amrish Maharaj is praying that you are engaged by the Supreme Lord, all powerful, and you are the weapon in killing the envious enemies. So this envy is the one of the root cause for a living entity to fall down from the spiritual world to the material world also. Icha, Dvesha. So Dvesha, if one is having a Dvesha, then will fall down into this material world. And if we continue that enviousness, that envious will not only destroy us, but we also have the tendency to harm others. So that's why the Bhagavatam mentions that how to get rid of that envy. Purusho Ramachiritam, Shramanera Upadharya. Like, to if you hear the pastimes of the Supreme Lord Ramachandra or chant his holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, then this envious nature will go away like that. And then Amrish Maharaj is praying that if our family has given any charity, so be in exchange, so this Brahmana be free from the burning caused by the Sudarshan Chakra. And also he is telling that if we have pleased the Supreme Lord, so who is a reservoir of qualities, who is the life and souls, we wish that this Brahmana be freed from the pain of being born. And not only that, he is saying that so here this is a greatness, this is a symptom of a pure devotee. So Durvas Mahamuni tried to kill Amrish Maharaj, but here Amrish Maharaj is praying Sudarshan Chakra to spare his life. And for that, he is ready to exchange whatever the charity that he has done or whatever the ritualistic ceremonies that he has performed and whatever the activities that he has done for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. In exchange that, so he is asking Sudarshan Chakra to free from this Brahmana. So that's a greatness of a devotee. And Prahlad Maharaj also we see that he prays to Lord Vishnu to forgive his father, though his father tried to kill in many ways. But generally, a person who is not in spirituality or not practicing spirituality, he will be happy to see the person whom he harmed. So whom that person, if a person is harmed him, And if that person is getting destroyed, he will be happy to see that. In fact, he will pray that person to be destroyed. But the devotees are very compassionate. So they don't want to see any person to be unhappy. Paradukhi dukhi. Even Mahaprabhu also, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see that he was very unhappy to see the people in Kali Yuga, especially who are meat eaters, who are killing the cows and Brahminical culture. So he was very unhappy to see them. So he was always thinking how these people can be delivered. So he asked Haridas Thakur how these can be delivered. He says that these Yamanas are accustomed to say harama. Harama means abominable. But still that harama has the word Rama, Lord Ramachandra. So they will be easily delivered. So they will be delivered even through that Nama Bhasha. So though they are not addressing Lord Ramachandra, but still that word has the Rama, which has the potent. So that will help them to be liberated like that. So that, but the Mahaprabhu sees, very compassionate, is very unhappy to see the people who are suffering in this material world. And then Sukadeva Goswami continues saying that uh, so after this, Amrish Maharaj offered prayers, Sudarshan Chakra became very pleased and he became peaceful and stopped burning the Brahmana. And the story continues like, Durvasa Mahamuni, um, now he is very satisfied when he freed from the fire of Sudarshan Chakra and started glorifying the qualities of Maharaj Amrish. So the devotee always have the wonderful qualities. So here Durvasa Mahamuni experienced so the greatness of a devotee, and he says that here, though he committed an offenses, but he prayed for his good fortune. So that is the greatness of the devotee. So and then here he says that in the 15th sloka, what is not possible to give up or what is not possible to accomplish. So for a devotee who has surrendered to the Supreme Lord, so anything and everything is possible to do. So if he has to give up something, he will give up for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. Or if he has to do some task, he will be empowered by the Supreme Lord and he will be able to do. So there was Durvasa Mahamuni is glorifying, saying that what is impossible for the servants of the Lord, because just by hearing the holy name of the Supreme Lord, one will be purified. So that's the power of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So that's why we see that devotees being very compassionate. They wanted to give this Harinam, the holy name, to everyone. So when they go for outside and perform Sankirtan, so that the others will become benefited. And not only that, so they do japa loudly so that even if at home some plants or insects, if they hear, they will also be get benefited. So and Mani is continuing saying that overlooking my offenses, you have saved my life. So that's why he is obliged to you because you are so merciful. And of course, here Amrish Maharaj is expecting this Durvasa Mahamuni will return. So he hasn't taken food. So you can understand how long Amrish Maharaj waited because Durvasa Mahamuni traveled many places for the protection. And on the advice of Lord Narayana, he is back to Amrish Maharaj. So, but until that time, Amrish Maharaj did not take the food. Now the sage is returned. So the king fell at his lotus feet and requested him to take prasadam. And not only that, he fed him sometimes. And then uh, after Durvasa Mahamuni took the prasadam, so Durvasa Mahamuni also requested the Amrish Maharaj, the king, to take his meal. And continuing, Durvasa Mahamuni is saying that he is very pleased with Amrish Maharaj. And initially he thought Amrish Maharaj is just an ordinary human being. So now he understand by his own intelligence, now he has understand that he is the most exalted devotee. So just by simply seeing him or touching his feet and talking with him, so yeah, he is pleased and become obliged to him. So that's why it is very important for us. I speak to myself to be in the association of the devotees because just by seeing them, one will be purified. What to speak of touching their feet like that. And also we should not, as we see that here, Durvas Mahamuni thought Ambarish Maharaj is an ordinary human being. So we should not consider a Vaishnava to be an ordinary human being. So even though their activities look like an ordinary, but they are great personalities. Prabhupada mentions in the purport that Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Vijneha Na Bhujiyai. So even a very intelligent man cannot understand the activities of a pure Vaishnava. That's why we should not mistake uh, seeing the activities of Vaishnava, which are very ordinary, may look like ordinary, but we should not think that Vaishnava is an ordinary personality. So here also there was Mamuni thought Amarish Maharaj is an ordinary personality, but now he sees the greatness, the exalted position of the Amarish Maharaj. So similarly, sometimes even the Supreme Lord's activities may look like a ordinary, but we should not think that Supreme Lord, when he appears in this material world and acting as a human being, like Lord Ramachandra, when he appeared in this earthly planet, and during the war also. So today is the victory day. So during the war also, both Lord Rama and Lakshmana, so they became unconscious when Indrajit uses the Nagastra. Then Hanumanji goes and brings the Garuda to remove the snakes that are covered the Supreme Lord's body. So at that time also Garuda is bewildered seeing Lord Ramachandra because he is the Supreme Lord. How can he be attacked by this Nagastra and unconsciousness, as if that he cannot able to counteract that weapon like an ordinary warrior. So like that Garuda also is bewildered. Of course, later Garuda goes to Supreme Lord Ramchandra and asks him, so how he can understand it. Because as a servant, he could able to remove the snakes, but why not my master could not do that? Like so, then Lord Ramchandra explains that. So being separated from him, Garuda is has this intense desire to serve him. So, but here Hanumanji is there. Any task that Lord Ramchandra wanted, so Hanumanji is doing it. So there is no opportunity for Garuda to do some service to Lord Ramachandra. So seeing this Nagastra, so Lord Ramachandra took this opportunity, used this instant so that he knows that Hanumanji is very intelligent. This service can be done only by Garuda. So he will go and approach Garuda and he will bring Garuda so to perform this service to Lord Ramachandra. So that's how it has been happened. So, but Garuda is bewildered when seeing Lord Ramachandra fell unconsciousness by this Nagastra. So similarly, so when we see when somebody thinks that the Supreme Lord as an ordinary being when he comes and appears in this material world and acting as a human being. So similarly, whether Supreme Lord or his devotees, so though their activities could appear as an ordinary, but we should not consider them as a ordinary beings. So and also we should not imitate their activities because they are exalted personalities and great personalities. So we should simply follow their footsteps. So whatever the instructions that the guru, acharyas or scriptures giving, so we should follow them, not to imitate them. And the last sloka for today, the last two slokas, and Durvasa Mahamuni saying that all the blessed women in the heavenly planets will continuously chant his spotless character, and the people of this world also chant your glories continuously. Then Sukadeva Swami continued saying that being satisfied, the Durvasa Mahamuni left continuously glorify the king, and then he went to Brahmaloka, which is divided of agnostic and dry philosophical speculators. And Prabhupada mentions in the purport that so he went to the Brahmaloka so that he can narrate the great qualities and the greatness of a pure devotee to the people in the Brahmaloka, because some of the people in the Brahmaloka could be great jnanis or mystic yogis, but when they understand, when Durvas Mahamuni explains the power of a devotee, then they can be empowered or they can be inspired to progress in the path of bhakti like that. So I'll pause it here. Thank you all for giving this opportunity. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vranda ki jai. Thank you all. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarupescha kripa sindhubhya vacha. Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo.
Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much, Krishna Venu Prabhuji. Thank you all devotees for joining the class today.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.